Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to more Zero Hour. More specifically, it's another Rage vs. Size Best of 11 tournament series thing. Well, not really a tournament. This is actually kind of an interesting story. But before we go over that, we'll say Rage is the Air Force General versus
Size as the GLA Toxin.
So I guess I'll give a little bit of story time here, a bit of context. So what's happened is, I'm sure if you watched our videos, you would realize that Rage and Size recently had a Best of 11 grand final in the tournament for Sharbal's $335 tournament. But apparently, Size wasn't very happy because he reckons he wasn't playing very well, or he wasn't trying, or whatever it was. But basically, there ended up being a bet between these two players. Between the two to say that, you know what, I reckon I'm a better player than you. Let's do a best of 11 series. And they both put forward $85 each to CNC HD, like a neutral third party. That's then going to be giving the winner the full amount. So this is basically, the pride is on the line because Size lost and he wasn't happy.
It's money and pride, the ultimate combination. Wow, he's even gonna get the crush.
Nice.
My one comment about this build order from Rage, I'm just like, man, the problem with this is he's not going aggressive and finding any tunnel crushes, and then he picks up a dozer and goes for a damn tunnel crush. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. And now that's the only aggressive tunnel as well. This is still a pretty defensive tunnel. And there is a Comanche coming on the left side. We have two airfields, or three. So we've seen the strat before from Rage, and it was successful, even though he had a bad early game where he lost two Comanches. But now he's in full force. Two Comanches on a tech turret. This is going to be not very effective. Completely denying it. There was only two there, though, but it would have been enough to take out the power. And so the RPGs can't get in the garrison, very crucial. However, the quad will force that away, the Comanches.
At least there is a quad out on the field. I mean, with only one arms dealer, I'm glad that Size wasn't going for any early technical aggression. It could have gone very badly for him. And yeah, three airfields, mass Comanche. I'm guessing, yeah, this is going to go well.
It'll be stealth sometime. It'll kick in. But look at the Chinooks. We have 4 Chinooks. So I think this build, he delays one of his Chinooks or so, but he has all 4 online now. I also love how he has the fire base on the right side. It's not a preemptive fire base. He saw his opponent has a tunnel on the right side. His right side is exposed, but by getting that fire base, it will be giving him a lot of safety.
Really nice. So, Comanche's starting to come up. What's the response here from Size? What is he going for? Are there stinger sides, for example? The one situation where it would be pretty nice to build them. And wow, it's even denying the quad harassment. Because you look at this this composition here, quads, they're great at harassing the Chinooks that are mining, and Comanches ordinarily can't respond to that, but Firebases sure as hell can. It was kind of another gap inside this build order is that it's hard to defend your Chinooks with things that are good against anti-air, in this case, quad harassment, but it's working out fine for Rage thanks to the Firebase. This is a very well thought out build.
We have the stealth upgrade now, as well as the countermeasures. Doesn't quite get the hold down. A good target would also be the exposed quads as they pop out of the arms dealer and they're by themselves.
Denying critical mass is the main thing here for Rage. Just to make sure that there isn't a huge group of quads that suddenly pop out of a tunnel network and
nice.
Make him go badly, but yeah.
All caps coming down as well. I don't think you can deny that one, though. I like how there's plenty of quads here. Size is anticipating some kind of play. See, this is great. He's going for the quads that are isolated. He won't lose one either. And getting a bit of veterancy on them. Oh, that's the rocket pod bit. A little bit mistimed. The quads do actually pop out. One Comanche goes down. Not a bad loss so far, but unfortunately, Size was a little bit too quick. He moved away from the tunnel. The rocket pod didn't really connect with anything.
Yeah. Solid attempts coming in from Rage, and smart backing off as well. The re-stealth time on those Comanches is very, very fast. So Rage looks like he's going for a barracks at least behind this for now, and a war factory as well, so potentially transitioning into some rock beats as well to break through these tunnels.
That's what I'm really interested in, is how does Rage transition out of this? Because we haven't seen him get this far before. When he did this strat last time, he won only in a few minutes. Probably about 5 minutes is what we are now. I mean, maybe just go for Humvees, but there's a lot of quads. I mean, maybe he'll go for something like Tomahawks as a way of sieging down tunnels, and yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he'll just keep spamming them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're...
Yeah, I definitely agree with
Oh,
that.
look at that. The detection comes through. Doesn't lose a Comanche. That could have gone horribly, though, as that pop came.
They even have the countermeasures upgrade as well. We just saw the flares coming out from those Comanches, which is going to be nice against the RPGs, but won't do a damn thing against the quads.
One that's sniped. I think the most important part of this strategy is deny the tunnels, because with no tunnels, it means that the quads just can't keep up with the mobility of the Comanches. We do actually have a radar van for detection, though it is a little bit exposed, and we have a stinger sight, which I think is going to be handy. Tunnels don't detect stealth, where the stinger sights do, so it's going to prevent the movement just a little bit. And the third supply from Size, surrounded by these garrisons. RPGs in a garrison are such a strong counter to Comanches.
Yeah, definitely. Even with the countermeasures, it's going to be really tough for those Comanches to push through. I think the idea here for Rage was just go pure rocket pods, so just fly around, find an exposed tunnel, start the rocket pods, and stop the pops coming in from the quads. But that's getting a little bit dangerous, especially if there are several tunnel networks in the area. Size can simply pop from a different tunnel with all of his quads. And it's only going to take a second of inattentiveness to lose these Comanches. This is a very micro-heavy build from Rage.
And decision-heavy. You have to make sure you don't commit at the wrong time. And that's something that Rage, that Size really has going for him. Is every time he has a tunnel, he has 2 tunnels there. So if there's ever a rocket pod wombo combo, there's always going to be a second one. Unless he splits up his Comanches and decides to actually split from rocket pod with both of them. However, we'll lose a Comanche there just to a garrison, but now that's going to open up his mobility once again. And we have the Rangers, we have the Cap, so we may start to see some flashbangs to clear the garrisons. There are Rockvies on the field. Getting a couple of Rangers mixed in might be a good option as well.
These defensive fire bases are a crucial part of the build for Rage. There's no way for him to stop a mass quad attack onto his base. The Comanches really couldn't do anything in that situation. Especially if the quads are stationary focusing a garrison, they can just stop and retarget the Comanches. The fire bases cover him from that angle.
That's what he should have done before. The point laser defense there takes the garrison out with no harm done. And the fire bases, they're so much a better of a choice than Patriots because they do AoE.
Yeah.
And the fire bases, they're not to prevent harassment of 1 or 2 quads. It's to prevent 10 quads running into your base. However, this could go badly because the stinger sight just pops, gets one of them, search and destroy. But trading 1 Comanche for 2 quads not the end of the world. But yeah, Patriots would be better for a single quad, because I'm pretty sure a quad can just drive up to the fire base, get within the minimum range, and then take that down. But if there's only a single quad, the Comanches can snipe it down, no problem. Of course, also Patriots do burn power, so they're more expensive and harder to invest in. So search and destroy, now we can see some harassment come out from these Vs that have the clear range advantage. Size has the 4 supplies, so this is kind of dangerous if Rage just waits too long.
I'm pretty sure this is literally the most micro-heavy build I've ever seen in 0 Hour. You have Comanches, mass stealth Comanches that have to avoid quads and stinger sights, and you have like a group of Vs as well moving around with a Humvee. Moving around with an ambulance is insane. I guess he's in a good position only in terms of, okay, the quads are popping from the back. That's smart. At least there are stinger sights down and not mass tunnel networks. Stinger sights aren't a big problem for Vs to take down.
See, look at that damage. It's negligible. It's really not that
nothing,
good.
yeah.
The threat it's more the quads.
Yeah, they certainly have more range than the tunnel networks. So
also, if you have spy drones, the stinger sight will manually target the spy drones, because automatically target the spy drones, because the spy drones are in front and the air unit. So stinger sights, you often you can just kind of abuse the AI that automatically fires the spy drones. But now there's buggies, so I feel like Size has dealt with this. They haven't really had the impact, and the later the game drags out, it's kind of harder to find a good engagement, because the stinger sights everywhere. There's always the threat of mass quad pop.
And Rage has to stay active in this situation. If he allows Size to... I don't think that was a cancel. I'm pretty sure the Rocket got that one.
Yeah, I think
just
so.
Something to
Nice.
mention. So the flashbangs are out now as well, as the machine mentioned earlier, and that's fantastic. Quads are trying to deny it. One of the buggies goes down as well. Nice chance for the Comanches to swoop in, and here comes the stealth bomber as well.
It looks like he dodges that one, no problems. Maybe lost a quad there, but overall dodging that to the side. And it also took down the worker building that tunnel, and now this supply is a little bit exposed. There's still that back house. The quads have nowhere to retreat. They will get collapsed upon by all these Comanches. However, the threat of the garrison does snipe one of them.
Yeah, losing one. The other quad managing to back away. Buggies are out. Ordinarily, bugs have a really tough time against Comanches. They're, in fact, one of the ideal units to counter buggies, but there are quads all over the place and stinger sides. It's going to be hard for Rage to get in there.
Rage commits his Comanches in just as the quad is about to snipe this Ranger, which is so crucial because he has the flashbangs for these houses, but there is an evac there, and we have the Toxin Gamma, so that's going to be a bit of a buff to those RPGs.
Yeah, well, those garrisons are completely chock-a-block with RPGs, and that's something that Rage doesn't know either. How many RPGs inside these garrisons? Is it safe for me?
Oh, no.
Oh, no! Oh!
Gets the evac off, though, and he takes down... That's a third quad, and now he lost all his quads, so the Comanches can swoop in.
Wow, not going for the rocket pods. They can't go for the rocket pods until there's only one tunnel network remaining.
And now he may do so. Look how exposed these buggies are. He loses all of them. That rocket pod was a money shot. That was fantastic.
That was the absolute money shot machine. So Rage loses 1v, and instead he trades virtually Size's entire army for it with a mad rocket pod engagement. Did you see that? Waited until one of the tunnel networks was down. Size was forced to pop from the one remaining tunnel network, and the Comanches swoop in and deal with it. That was brilliant.
Rage's micro has been fantastic, and his decision when he always swoops in, but there's still 4 supplies.
Yeah.
Rage hasn't dealt with this, so as much as this is really awesome to watch, I still am kind of fearing for him, because Size is just establishing this economy. It looks like the Spectre gunship going for the oil is a fantastic choice. That's the target that is easy to snipe and is a long-term counter investment.
It's just managing to secure that one. Solid stuff. Rage, as you were saying, Machine, has to stay on the aggressive. With 4 supplies, Size has dealt with this incredibly well. He's like, okay, I can solidify these positions. I can get down on 4 supplies, throw down inside of the garrisons, get stinger sites up, get tunnel networks, even going for black markets as well.
Rage is a little bit quicker, though. Oh, look at that preemptive A10 as the quads go for the forward tunnel.
Yeah.
Actually, it leaves it, though. I don't know why he's leaving that. He should definitely finish that off. We have a battle bus as well, another strong counter. Having a radar van for the vision certainly helps.
Size made an excellent choice of not popping from that back tunnel. That was perfectly timed with the A10. If there was a quad pop, they would have all gone down.
So, Rage has what? He has 3 drop zones. He has the supply, whatever it's called, supply lines upgrade. So he is slightly ahead of these black markets. I mean, the one thing that's getting really good for Rage is the veterancy on these Comanches, especially because they start regenning their health, which is a strong bonus, extra damage, extra health, and we even have King Raptors too. King Raptors are a great way of sniping tunnels.
Yeah. Certainly agree with that, Machine. I guess the one flaw in Size's play, I don't think he sniped the oil yet, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh yeah,
it's actually still up. Yeah, which is weird because admittedly you've got to be scared of the Comanches, but if you just mass up, say 10 quads and go for the oil derrick, you should be fairly safe, especially with no fire base in the area. So again, a problem for Rage. Rage should have put a fire base.
He had the buggies earlier, but he lost the buggies now. Buggies are the best way to deal with that, is to snipe. Even a tech terror.
I forget that there are buggies tech.
It's just hard to know where your Comanches are, and especially since we have the supply lines. This oil derrick is actually giving slightly more cash. So this is really exciting because I love casting non-GLA Mirror late games, just because it never happens. And I mean, I love casting GLA Mirror late games as well, but just that always happens. There's nothing special about that. Whereas this late game dynamic is it's a beauty to behold.
Certainly is. Look at this garrison sniping; it's insane. And the timing of the support powers as well. If Size pops at the wrong time, he could potentially lose a lot.
But trading a Comanche for actually 2 Comanches go down. So that's maybe one of the the first inefficient trades by the Comanches, because normally it's always been one for something important. And also losing the heroic Comanches. If he loses vetted ones, that's a bit of a blow.
Yeah.
Now, finally, eventually taking out that supply stash, just as there really isn't that many supplies left.
There's actually another pilot chilling on one of those supplies. I would like to see Rage evac that one.
We haven't actually seen any Pathfinders yet. Pathfinders are a great way of denying the forward supplies, like that, or here, for example. Pathfinders in a V, very easy to take them out. Another Spectre gunship comes through. Yeah, just the black market.
Yep.
I think this game could definitely go either way here, but the King Raptors are such a strong counter to these battle buses, and they do, the shell gets cracked and spawns the RPGs, but in front of 2 fire bases. And you know what I really want to see? I really want to see a sneak attack come through and just completely fail because there's like 10 stealth Comanches and rocket pods.
It would not go well. And, yeah, it'd be hard to do. Size would have to wait until the rocket pods were popped, but even then, it's not a long cooldown. The rocket pod cooldown is very short. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's not long. Wow, this game's getting insane. Rage is slowly but surely, I'm gonna say liberating a route through these garrisons to the point where he has a bit more mobility heading towards Size's base, and at that point, it's gonna be dangerous to have black markets undefended.
That's true. Yeah, that's certainly true. Maybe more stinger sites, but I don't know. I think Rage has just been trading better. He's got what, 4 drop zones. 3.
Yeah, I just don't even know what composition that Size wants against this as well. It's just there are so many Comanches.
You would think battle buses, but battle buses get sniped by King Raptors, especially with the point laser defense that then makes them a bit less. Like quads are nice, but if you get too many, if you get like 10, 20 quads in a blob, that's just rocket pod bait. So, or almost loses that fully heroic Comanche, but it is the countermeasures that save him.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's because Comanches, they scale well in terms of the AoE threshold because of rocket pods. I think Size, it looked like he had critical mass at some stage, but he ended up just losing too many quads, losing too many buggies. He never really had that big presence of quads that Rage just could not deal with head on. If you get 10, 20 quads and a radar van, how do you deal with that? The quads have so much more range than the Comanches.
And the added bonus here as well is as the King Raptors are moving in, it's just free countermeasures in the area for the Comanches. They're kind of swinging by. The Chinooks are swinging by.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Here we go.
So it looks like we had 2 battle buses and a couple of quads come through. Got the fire bases down. Only lost 1 Comanche as well. So it was a nice try here because it would have got the supply, but this is kind of the problem that the game has resulted in. Is Size has just been losing so many individual units, and when he loses the individual units, it meant that there is never this critical mass of units which the Comanches can't deal with. And there's a GG. A very, very well played game by Rage. I think Size did great as well because he was, despite the stealth Comanches, he got his oil, got the force supplies, he had the economy. I think Rage just kind of out-microed him. And it was enough by just a little bit that Size could never retain a significant presence of, say, 10 plus quads.
Yeah, there are so many points in that game, and you have to realize that where Rage could have lost by microing poorly. Yeah. There are so many points where if the Comanches weren't being watched for a period of 5 seconds, a group of 10 quads could have popped out of a tunnel and Rage would have lost the game because he would have lost that critical mass of stealth Comanches. They wouldn't have been a threat anymore in terms of their AoE threat potential with the rocket pods as well as their burst potential with their regular rockets and their ability to one-shot tunnels in large numbers. So yeah, there are a lot of points during that Rage could have lost the game, and I suppose if we can just, I still want to debrief. So if we can have we'll go for a quick pause, and it's pretty rare that we do that in 0 hour, but I would like a quick debrief. So I suppose the one weakness of that build, the fire bases in the middle of the base came up quite late. If there was some mass quad production, potentially 10 quads rolling through onto the airfields, it could have been a period where Rage might not have been able to deal with it because he didn't have the critical mass of stealth Comanches, he didn't have the rocket pods upgrade, and he didn't have the fire bases covering the airfield. And there wasn't any vet on the Comanches either, so I mean, yeah, it's hard to pick apart when these two pro players are doing it. But I think Size played really well, and Rage had just insane micro. And it's time for a General Gentleman scoreboard.
Actually, one thing that paper I think is the bottom drawer.
Yeah.
One thing that I kind of forgot to mention is the reason why Size had to go buggies, which he didn't really want to, is because Rage went Humvees.
Humvees, yeah.
And those Humvees got a lot of work done, because Search and Destroy Humvees, or Rockvies, are going to deal with an infinite amount of quads. As long as you have enough time and space to kite, you can't just quad spam. So I guess that's kind of the problem with us just saying that, he didn't have enough quads, because if he had too many quads, the Rockvies would have just owned him.
Yeah, it could be more Rockvies coming out from Rage as well, which is... That was smart from Rage. I think transition to even just a couple of Search and Destroy Vs. Enough to put the threat onto Size and force him to tech into the buggies as well, and just never have a solid unit composition. If you just stick with the one unit composition through your game, your opponent's going to be able to counter that and pick a unit composition that works well against it. But if you have an adaptive build order, if you change up your composition, it's difficult for your opponent to have the right stuff at the right time.
Yeah.
So...
Alright, hurry up, Blake. I want to cast some more Zero Hour.
Bro, after that game, I'm pretty keen as well.
Yeah, that was a very strategic game, and that's something that we really enjoy, is strategic games where there is a lot of decisions and different types of unit compositions. It's so bad because he's using a highlighter again. I found a Sharpie the other day in my room. I can't remember where it went.
Dude, I'm a big fan of the highlighters. I've only ever used highlighters for General Gentleman scoreboards. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I've used a Sharpie at some point. I'm not sure.
At least the good thing about having a highlighter is then if there's something really important, you can highlight it quite easily.
Yeah.
Rage. Yeah. The world's most straightest line.
Yeah.
Oh, also, while you're doing that, I should say a big thanks to Phoenix. Phoenix is a player that we have casted many a time. What he actually did is he sent me these replays for the series, and if there were like games that we wouldn't need to cast, he would send us fake ones. It's to say it's a best of 11 series, it might only go to 9 games. And so then when we see that, we know, oh, he's going to lose now. And it kind of loses the hype. Whereas you don't know that because of the spoiler screen and such. But he sent us the replays and included fakes if there was some. So we actually have no idea how long this goes for, how many games and such.
Bragging rights tourney, I've decided to dub it Rage 1 Size 0.
Alright, and now we're in game number 2. Will be the same sort of rules as the tournament of Sharble, where the matchups rotate, they swap between them. So now Size is the Air Force General. I don't think we've ever seen Size go that sort of Comanche playstyle. I think we'll just see a more standard V playstyle out of him.
I'd agree with that, Machine. And apologies if my speech is a little bit slurred. I've been at the dentist today, had my gums injected with stuff so I can't feel pain, and had a couple of fillings done. Has absolutely nothing to do with energy drinks. I resent any suggestion that it does, but it has the very cool effect as I'm drinking another energy drink after having gone to the dentist. Man, do I care? I care about the 2 airfields. So I'm drinking my energy drink, right? I can only feel heat and cold on one side of my mouth. So on one side of my mouth, it feels like the carnival is nice and chilly. On the other side, it feels like it's warm. I can't feel anything. So it's an interesting experience that I would recommend. Only you have to get your gums injected, and that's not very fun. So
it's a bit of a commitment.
It is
not really worth it.
I mean, I think it's worth it as a one-time experience. I don't know whether I do it on a weekly basis though, Machine.
So the question for me is Size going to do the painted Rage 3 airfield special?
I'd be interested to see it.
Oh no, King Raptors in fact.
That's different.
I love this because we have our own spin. We have something different. This Dozer, they're looking for a tunnel denied, but he may only find a couple of rockets. So he should probably back that one away. King Raptor, gets a... Oh, actually, that was the Tech Terror.
Yeah.
I think, again, it was only 2 of them. He's going to lose this Dozer, though, which is very unfortunate. But he has his command center
Comanches
still.
are going to try and rotate in and save the Dozer.
Yeah, going straight for the Garrett. Oh, no, the command goes for the technical instead, which means he will lose a Dozer, but again, not a big deal. So, yeah, and this is, at least for now, I think the Comanches are for defensive... Oh, he's going to deny this 3rd supply. The Comanches are maybe a little bit more defensive, and the King Raptor's going to be doing some harassment. We'll have to see. Gets this worker. We'll get to the worker. I should say. I hate when I predictively say something, it sounds really good, but then when it doesn't end up happening, it sounds silly.
Yeah. So Rage knows how to play against this. If you come up with a strategy as a pro player, surely you think of what's good against it, and we'll have to see if Rage can pull something out here. I'd be interested to see it.
I think the most important thing here is A, unit preservation, and B, just get tunnels everywhere.
And garrison control is obviously pretty important. Rage has already thrown RPGs in all the 4 of the corner garrisons. This is fantastic harassment as well, though.
Nice.
Rage will evac into the tunnel network.
Well, I mean, I was wrong about the Comanches only being defensive. Does he have the stealth? He must do by now, I think. He does.
They're flashing.
He has the stealth, yeah. Lost a dozer again, though. He has his command center. Not even mad, bro. And King Raptor's going to be great at denying the oil if he actually does go for it in the end.
And keeping the quad count down as well, which is important.
Oh, loses the King
Loses
Raptor.
one.
The Comanche actually finishes off the wounded quad. Fantastic play from Size.
Will we get a guard mode on the Stinger side?
Yeah, Stinger side couldn't be established. That's kind of what I was going to say, is why would he go for the quad?
Oh.
Quads...
Oh, they're just going to destroy it. Still works. Okay.
A King Raptor
right.
won't kill a quad in a single volley, but he had
No.
the Comanche there for the follow-up, so that was enough. And now the arms dealer goes down. This is very... Well, it's going to go down. Again, too keen, too preemptive. But if he gets the arms, which he will, that's going to be such a big win. I don't know why he used the... Oh, he used the rocket pod because his rocket was on cooldown.
Nice
Like
stop.
his rocket attack.
Yeah, nice stop micro as well from Rage inside of the arms dealer. Makes as the most effectiveness out of the quad and takes a little bit more time for Size to retarget and take out the quad inside the arms dealer rather than just letting it come out.
This is going really badly for Size,
It is,
for Rage,
yeah.
I mean. And this is interesting because we've casted so many USA Air Force games. And we never see this until recently. You know, we've been casting, about 3 years.
And these players have obviously been holding back on this. So maybe this is an old strategy from back when we didn't used to cast 0 hour, given how old the game is. Maybe this was the thing.
I think it's too late for Rage to come back from this now. He's lost too many units. He's lost his supply. He's going for the all caps, but he won't get them. There's a supply drone there. I mean, a spy drone. No, not a supply drone. Yeah, GG. That's actually the great thing about keeping your CC is you get the spy drones, which when it comes to command is important. Now, one thing that we should have done, which we didn't, is count the Chinooks, because I'm very sure that they would have had to only go like three Chinooks initially, because keeping the CC double airfield, it's pretty expensive. I guess there's no barracks and there's no factory, so that's 3k cash more than you normally see. But I mean, 2 airfields is the equivalent of a war factory.
Yeah.
So then you're like barracks, yeah. So interesting build order. I think if you can survive the early game, then it's a different story. But yes, Rage collapsed and he got owned way quicker than what Rage did.
Spread himself a bit too thin. I think the idea was he kind of just spread himself across the map, took all these corner garrisons, and that's fine if you can survive to the mid game, because then you have garrison control and control of the oil derricks, and it's all fantastic. But he neglected the defense of his arms dealer and his supplies. Didn't have enough down in those areas because he did spread out and invested his cash all across the map. And in that situation, that just won't work.
He went for a tech RPG,
and that also, yeah.
I don't know what he's going to achieve there. I mean,
the tech terror was denied as well, and that's a big cash
yeah,
investment.
that's true.
So
I think maybe Rage kind of forgot that he had his command, or didn't notice he had his command center, because he killed 2 dozers. But it didn't matter because he had his command center.
Yeah.
And what else? I was gonna say something, but I forgot. That's fine. We'll move on to the next game. Score one.
Yeah, 1-1. Yeah.
Score one. Cool.
Look, I mean, I'm decent at scoreboarding. It's a thing I've done before.
Are you decent at snowboarding?
Whoa! I actually am.
Really? You've been
I've
before?
been snowboarding like twice. Yeah, I'm okay at it. I'm not gonna say I'm amazing, but I'm better. I'm not a bad snowboarder.
I remember that there used to be this. There was this snowboarding game that came in a Nutrigrain packet. It was actually really fun. Nutrigrain packets came with so many cool games. It was Age of Empires. There was like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
That's a cereal in Australia, by the way.
Nutrigrain. It's Kellogg's. I think it's international, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, Kellogg's isn't Australian.
No, it's not.
So Nutrigrain is
it doesn't
probably
necessarily mean it's called Nutrigrain in other
Oh,
countries.
yeah,
though,
you're right.
so,
Often they're renamed.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna have I forgot the factions. We've got Rage and Size. So it's gonna be China for Rage, and who's Size? We missed it. That's fine.
You flicked pretty fast, so yeah.
Well, I want to tell my story about Nutrigrain, man.
Look, I'm excited. Continue, please.
Well, no, I finished my story. That was it. But yeah, great games. came from Ukraine packers. And it's actually interesting because I mean, gaming now is so much more popular and ubiquitous than, say, 10 years ago.
Ubiquitous. Who's the man with the vocabulary now?
Yeah, you heard me.
Callum,
you heard
yeah.
me. And you would get free games and serials 10 years ago, but not now. You'd think it'd be the reverse.
So, bunker going down here. Bunkers are nice. Bunkers are a thing. Which map are we on again? This is...
Natural Threats.
Natural Threats. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
So, Size is sending out AV. And there's a spider in here. Going for an oil cap will be Rage. And it is scouted out by Size's supply drone if he's paying attention. Barracks here. Looks like for an oil cap. There's 2 barracks, so it's obviously going to be an oil cap on one of them. Or the oil cap upgrade.
Yeah, sure. One for the production of missile defenders and the Rangers. The other one for the capture upgrade. It's 2 bunkers now down for Rage. I like bunker play. I'm a fan.
Is this bunker within range, though? It probably is barely. Of the oil.
Oh, yeah. It's not within range of the oil, but it's within range of the area around the oil to deny harassment.
But it's probably not in range to prevent a Humvee from driving through. Maybe if you moved it a bit more forward, maybe that would be a better choice. But anyway, not a big deal. Another bunker's being built, so he really wants to be defensive. He's vanilla China, so he's nowhere near as mobile as the Humvees. So trying to compete with the speed isn't going to end well, but we'll be able to get one of these Vs down, though. Double pop from his Humvees. A lot of missile defenders on the ground. No laser lock, though. Humvee barely survives, but he loses a couple of missile defenders there. But, an airfield. Not quite in time, though. This airfield going to get sniped, and the bunker hasn't paid off because now he actually cannot chase down these Vs. Going for the supply, going for a dozer. I think this one's actually empty, though. Yeah, he's actually getting the sentry drone for the repair, which is pretty clever.
Still using it for harassment. That's going to split up Rage's response here.
Oh, a Helix. It's going to be, I would say, definitely a Gatling
You'd
cannon.
have to go Gatling at this point.
I mean, he has a lot of RPGs, though, so a bunker Helix would be a good choice, but right now he needs to kill this Humvee. He's going to lose too much. Oh, laser lock comes through.
Well, that's a decent amount of damage.
That one missile defender was so crucial, and now the Humvee actually tries to escape. We'll take a bit of damage from these RPGs in the garrison, the quads there to finish off. So now that the Humvee's down, he may actually... He can probably go for a bunker now, but loses his dozer. That's a shame. I don't know if he has another one left somewhere.
So what's the follow-up here for Size? What has he been going for behind this? Are there more Vs coming?
Oh, probably. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Big V production.
Firebase as well.
Capture upgrade is down and one has been successfully completed. You have to remember, Rage has bunkers spread out now, so we'll limit these Vs' mobility, at least potentially until Search and Destroy gets here, unless Size to just muscle his way through.
Well, he actually commits to the Gatling cannon.
Yeah.
I guess... Because of how far behind he is, he kind of needs to just re-establish his bunkers. He doesn't, I guess, really want to take away the missile defense, the RPGs from his bunkers. But now this is interesting because airfield, I would say for the Raptors to kill the Helix, and if it's a King Raptor, it kills a Helix. Oh, single one kills a Helix in one burst, which is insanely strong. If it's a regular Raptor, you need 2 of them, which is still pretty strong. But it's probably like I'm assuming he's Air Force because building vanilla Raptors is something we have, I think, never seen. But it gets the oil deny, so only 1 oil cap for Rage, but also for Size as well. That Helix is, it's like on a 3rd health. This needs to go back to base and heal up.
Yeah, the airfield is most certainly still up, machine. There's no reason it shouldn't be going back to base. Tank Hunter's getting sniped and sniped hard, and potentially the 3rd supply could be denied here.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem, is the bunkers weren't in front of it, but I think the supply was built a little bit late. Oh, loses it.
Wow.
So it's actually a King Raptor.
Yeah.
So he is Air Force. Even if it was the regular, like if it was USA Vanilla and it was a regular Raptor, given how low the Helix was, he would have killed it in 1 shot anyway. So I'd be like Air Force General because it's 3 times, and it's going to be 4 times in a row. 4 times
in a row with faction switching.
Yeah, that was brutal, man.
Yeah, look, I mean, 3rd supply going down there. Rage has lost that one. Size is actually going to be the man capping up the hospital.
What a nice guy. Capping the hospital.
Yeah, it's nice to his infantry. He's the kind of guy who would give his workers shoes.
It's just nice to know that in the middle of a war, he has the time to to look after a hospital.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets celebrities to talk to dying kids.
Well, like, just to get Jum and Callum Black Lotus in to just have a chat to the kids.
Tell a bedtime story.
It's all about the kids, guys. It's all about the kids.
Oh, well,
you
not for
can't
Rage.
Whoa, dude. Geneva Convention. You can't kill hospitals.
He actually has the capture upgrade, so he may go for the cap. And the Humvee's going to be engaging. We'll lose 2 of them. We have, well, a lot of Raptors, in fact. Got the supply down. Raptors are great against buildings. And there's going to be the stealth bomber.
Not going for the airfield. He's actually going to be going for the war factory and the supply.
Well,
and the trucks.
GG.
That's brutal. Nice dodge, though. Rage does allow one of the trucks to survive with the dodging micro. Can't be destroying hospitals, Rage. It's why you're potentially going to lose this game.
Going for the airfield now. Man, I just hate Air Force General so much.
How much do you hate Air Force General?
Look at the MiGs try and kill the Spectre. Good luck, bro.
Brutal. So airfield's down, the war factory is down. It's not looking good for Rage.
It's kind of like a Chihuahua trying to attack a German Shepherd. It's just like, what are you doing? Can't you look at yourself and think critically? Is this going to go well for me? No.
Probably not. No. Humvees slotting their way through. Desperately, Rage is trying to throw up a few more bunkers. They do build quickly, however, there's a distinct lack of infantry to go inside them.
You just can't build helixes against Air Force General, and China Vanilla relies so much on air units, on Helix, I think, in particular, and MiGs. And yeah, I think China Vanilla versus Air Force
Probably
General,
the most imba matchup in the whole 1.4.
if not, Air Force versus China Vanilla versus GLA Toxin. Though, remember, like I still say that, and I do agree with that, but last series, we saw China Vanilla beat Air Force twice in a row on Sand Serpent. Yeah. I think that's a crazy outlier, and I mean, part of it is the map that makes infantry more powerful because of spread out oil caps and buildings everywhere. But on a standard 0 map.
And much more effective bunkers as well because of
that's true, more choke points, you're right.
Nature of Sand Serpent, in addition to the urban center, which is also fantastic for barracks units. Bragging rights, Tawny, Rage 1, size 2.
But I mean, ultimately, that was mainly just because Size had that very early Humvee push where he just killed so much. So that game was kind of over as soon as the Humvee slipped through the bunker. Going for bunkers is always a very high risk, high reward sort of playstyle, because if Rage went for a more standard playstyle of just, I'll go outpost gap, and the Humvee slipped through, not a big deal, but in that situation it was. So now we are going to see the reverse here, Size versus Rage. I kind of hope Rage wins, because then I look silly for saying that this is a really unbalanced matchup. Even though, no matter who wins, I'm still going to say, like, it is really unbalanced, because it is.
It's not fun. Yeah, as you were saying, I mean, you can't use those air units. You're not going to build helixes against, like, King Raptors. Not ideally, at least, unless you have to bring one out. It's not a great situation to be in.
Anyway, once again, a big thank you for Rage for being a cool guy that doesn't change his color, unlike the scumbag Size that obviously takes great pleasure in me editing my scoreboard every bloody match. You bastard. Anyway, that's fine. Actually, the good thing about Aqua is there isn't a lot of colors that are similar. I mean, like, you have green, but there's still a very visible distinction. Yeah. Whereas purple and pink is really bad, and like orange yellow is
I think
probably
orange
worse.
Yellow was the other one. Yeah, orange yellow.
Anyway.
Not fun.
I jest. I love you, Size. Just not as much as I appreciate Rage.
Many illies, but yeah. Rage Rays, he's our man. If he can't build 2 Chinooks on both supplies, no one can. He's able to do it though, and he's also going to go for War Factory Barracks, standard opener. Size also going for bunkers.
Yeah, it's a pretty similar playstyle. I think the map is just too wide for Outpost GAT to just keep up with Humvees. They're just too fast. I would say that this map is probably even less balanced for this matchup compared to TD, because at least in TD you have a narrower like choke points on the sides. However, it's only one RPG. You maybe could have slipped through it, but it would have been a bit of a risk. But then also then you have more garrisons in the middle, so it makes camping with RPGs and bunkers much easier. Whereas this map, it's hard to do so.
Certainly, I'd agree with that, Machine. Oh, Oh, one more shot. It does
Nice.
get the slow there, which is very important. Limits the Humvee's mobility. And we don't see a repair drone coming out, so it's probably going to be a dead B.
Uh-oh.
Close as you can, missile defender
Oh,
evac,
no.
maybe?
Oh, it's fine, bro. Has the repair drone
Whoa.
now. Ouch. Guess
This
that,
is baller.
the other one's on the side here.
Size has to go aggressive on that V. It's back up to full speed again. That's not good. Gonna see some laser locks.
There's no rocket troops inside of it, though. He's going to get one of the GATs, but that's fine. So, other than that, a lot of RPGs. And, I mean, Size, like, he lost his dozer, but that's really it. So it hasn't had much of an impact, whereas last game we saw Size's Humvee push was very decisive. It's going to be a fire base in the middle. Mass infantry is definitely a problem for Humvees. So having fire bases defensively can actually really help against the AoE. I think there's only still a single RPG in the bunker, though, so he can definitely muscle his way through this.
You are correct, sir. And the bunker will be taken down. However, the cap has already finished for Size. He's got the one. See if he can add on a second one and go for the middle. It does seem to be a large mob of infantry going for it at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of RPGs there, but there's already the fire base, so it won't really do that much. So he's probably going to have to retreat once he actually scouts the fire bases. Right now, the oil is destroyed on the right side for Size. Still no cap here for Rage. Looks like he's going to go for it, though. He has a Ranger there. And, yeah, as you say, oil on the left. So, I mean, Size is actually playing this one well.
He is, certainly is. Has held on quite well. And the Humvee really didn't get that much done relative to how well Size's V got through and got a lot of damage done, including a dozer snipe. Double oil, one of them having been sniped, so Size will be on 1 oil, 2 supply economy.
Rage is playing this so defensively.
Yeah, he is.
That's a third firebase, and I don't think he should be, because if he has critical mass of rock Vs in the middle, in the open exposed middle, like what is Size going to do?
He's clearly waiting for search and destroy, but I don't know.
Oh, amber for the crutches. We'll lose 1 Humvee though. Was that full of missile defenders or was it empty?
Oh,
Migs!
I'm unsure, Machine, but Migs indeed. Wow, that's actually a really nice split there from Rage. That was the first time he scouted the Migs and actually got 2 Humvees away. Wow, another MiG comes through and gets the ambo.
This is kind of the problem with playing defensive against a China. Is MiGs become scary because it's a big investment that can take a long time to actually get established, and in that time you're incredibly vulnerable to harassment. Not only does he have 4 MiGs, he also has the black napalm, and he lost the oil though. So I mean, at least Rage has been taking out the oils. Size doesn't have his, so Rage doesn't have his. He has the cap now though, but that can die very easily with the black napalm.
Certainly can. Love this. Troop crawlers are great at killing garrisons.
Not fire bases though.
Not so great at fire bases, no, Machine. You're right.
Well,
there.
I guess that's not true because the troop crawler can drive up to it, but infantry on their own, out in the open, won't trade very well.
It will go
I
quite
don't know why
badly.
I think he's trying to guard mode bait.
Oh! Damn it.
What?
Stealth bomber.
Oh, that was
that was a USA Air Force facepalm. So
I thought it was you making sound of like, wow, great micro, this is really cool. But no, it was a sound of frustration. Oh, that dozer.
No!
The dozer survives. I think he could have taken 1 or 2 more shots. He actually still has a little bit of health there, so that probably wasn't as close as it looked.
How are the MiGs looking on fuel, my friend? They're at the back of the base. There's another airfield going down. There we go, you found them.
Remember,
Okay,
if
they're just on guard, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they have ammo, they don't deplete health. But if they run out...
Yeah, that's what I was interested about, whether or not they were shooting. I wasn't sure, so...
So what the plan was there is Rage threw down a scaffold, hoping the MiGs on guard mode would take it out. Actually has an Avenger and Tower missiles, so this is... Oh, no!
Oh, no!
I don't know why he went in with a second one. I think it was he kind of forgot to cancel it in time, because the first one, yeah, fair enough, but once you see the Avenger, you're not really going to have any impact unless you have, say, more than 4 MiGs. But now we have tower missiles, we have Avengers. It's too much for these MiGs to deal with on their own.
Going for the old formation move is Rage. Will limit his mobility a little bit. Keep those Avengers nice and close though.
If you can combo the MiG strike with RPGs on the ground or outposts, then the Avengers can actually disrupt the tank hunter shells and then let the MiG shells slip through. But that doesn't always work, and you have to have a lot of them.
Mass Hellfire drone here as well coming in. Pretty big investment from Rage going for those Hellfires.
It's 2 airfields, and a fair bit of Gats though. But yeah, this army is a little bit scary. What does Size do against it? He may just actually go for some harassment here. Gats sneak through. We'll be scaring away these Chinooks, and the Gats a little bit caught now on the supply. A Humvee is there.
There are I thought there were missile defenders inside of it.
I mean, there's a tower missile. I don't know.
Maybe not. Okay.
Sounds the full retreat, and there's a third supply here. Oil now is captured by Rage.
I don't know about this double airfield deal with the amount of Avengers that are on the field.
Like, if he gets enough, if there's 8
Yeah.
MiGs, he can probably just... Oh, actually, and if he snipes down
no!
the Avengers...
Oh, no!
Oh, dear. MiG army should be very, very scared right now.
No!
Goes for the MiGs in the firebase. No, actually, no firestorm. Oh, there was a firestorm there. Yeah, there we go.
All of the Chinooks went down as well to the Gats.
Oh, no. That MiG strike wasn't actually as scary as I thought it was going to be, but killing those Chinooks was definitely a game-winning moment. I mean, there's 2 Chinooks now, one of them which being rebuilt.
A10 going to be going for the airfields now.
Oh, yeah, we'll get 2 MiGs. Probably the second one as well. That's kind of the problem with building them together. Maybe it's actually not within range. And yeah, the tower missiles get more of those MiGs, so losing all the MiGs in return. So that was actually a pretty big power exchange. Gets both of those vetted Humvees. That's kind of the brilliant thing about the napalm shells, is they kill the pilots as well. So, I mean, actually I think it's a little bit even now. It looked like Size was going to win that one, but lost pretty much all his MiGs. But still, the third supply is here, which may swing the balance, but at the same time, there is the oil still. And just going to be more and more MiG production. MiGs are an investment in airfield and black napalm, and especially the arm upgrade, which doesn't have that yet, though. But once you get them, they're very cost efficient to replace, assuming that you're versing just like Humvees. Great play there. Gets the evac, laser locks down the MiG.
Pretty difficult.
He loses
micro.
it though, and he walks.
Micro to calculated. It's only calculated. Rage now types calculated into the chat, but
or worth.
Yeah.
Or yeah, calculated
worth also works. Yeah.
But I guess we can't see chat and replays, so
certainly can't. Could actually go down here.
Oh.
No, not in time. I thought the Gats would
kills 2
potentially
MiGs. I mean, there's plenty more airfields, but this game is so aggressive. MiGs are constantly dying, but at the same time, they're constantly killing Vs. And remember, he's vanilla China. They are not expensive. I can't remember how much it is. I think it's like 1,100. It's really not that much. 1,200.
Yeah, I believe you're correct with the 1,100.
A10 now.
A10 coming in to take out the supply. Loving the support powers machine. Loving the support powers.
There's no command center.
It's starting in the
just
middle,
putting
actually,
it now.
So
Size should be able to call his own general's powers once that completes. Loses another Humvee. So supplies are actually still going strong. The left one is just about to run out though, but at least the primary supply is still there. So now that the middle supply becomes even more important, but it's being destroyed by the A10. So is it 4 MiGs with black napalm that'll kill an old Derek in one hit because of Firestorm?
Yeah. I was trying to work out whether it was 4 MiGs with regular napalm or 3 MiGs with black napalm, which will still create the Firestorm.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
I think it might be 3.
Arty Strike comes down, gets the strategy center.
There's the Search and Destroy gone on these Vs.
Ugh.
Potentially could stay on the retreat from Rage. Man, tow missile tracking is on point.
Yes, we have to try very hard to say tow missile because everyone gets mad when we say tow missile. I mean, it is the correct way of saying it, to be fair, but...
Yep, we enjoy being picked up on things, and that is fine. We'll say tow from now on, and we'll also say carpet bomb, because that is indeed what's coming in on Rage's base as he loses these Vs.
Words such as carpet bomb?
Carpet bomb?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, carpet bomb.
I tried to make a joke about the intro, but anyway. The Spectre comes through, doesn't quite get the barracks, but... Yeah, this game is just non-stop madness. There's just been death and destruction.
Dude, my mouth is non-stop numbness. I can't feel anything.
Well, yeah. We have the supply lines upgrade. Unit preservation now becomes a bit more important because there's only one supply. Oh no, Colonel Burton. GG.
GG.
that's actually gonna
What's he gonna bomb? He can pick anything he likes. Definitely, he should start with the... The ideal way to play this is to bomb the war factory and then gun down the supply trucks. Here we go.
Yeah, because he has to worry about demo. That's maybe Size should have had demo by now. The mines by now, anticipating the demo. Oh, this is bad news for Size.
Burton can just gun down the barracks as well. He doesn't even need a demo charge there. It's so low.
Especially because exactly because Lotus is a big threat, but there's. Wait, no, it's not. There's no prop. He's never had prop center.
He's never had a prop center this whole game. Yeah, Burton's going to go for the gun down on the barracks. Barracks is gone.
Oh no, the power plant.
Yeah. He probably could have bombed the power plant. It's a little bit baller for Burton just to stay completely out in the open while he just guns down power plants. It's pretty BM.
It's the worst thing in the world is when you have such a tight, close, epic match and then you lose it just because of a commander. It's so frustrating.
It's well played though. Very well played by Rage, deciding to go for the Burton transition.
1v1ing the
1v1 Gats, yo.
He's vet too. He knows he can. Once again, he gets a free volley off as well because the Burton is stealthed. Trying to go for the MiG. He actually may get it too. Oh no, slips out of range. Oh man.
At least it's going to be a guard mode and will stop him from exploding any airfields or command centers.
So Size couldn't build his supply because the power was destroyed.
Now the supply is going down, but it is quite late and it has allowed Rage to build up some more V count as well. Is that a... Oh!
Scaffold.
Didn't work.
Nice try.
Okay.
Nice try.
Where'd the MiG go? Did it fly away? It actually went for some shots on a V and goes down. That means Burton is absolutely free to blow up
Well, is he though? Because actually, of course he is. There's only a singular Gat,
I was
not
going to
enough.
say, you weren't suggesting that a Gat can 1v1 Burton, were you? They only have chain guns. Burton has this massive machine gun that he lugs around with him while he climbs up cliffs.
I don't think it's a machine gun. I think it's something different.
Is it? I have no idea what it is.
It's some like wacky futuristic weapon thing. Because this is like 0 hours set in the future.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2020 or something. Which isn't that far from now, but
supply down, power down as well.
Oh no.
Brutal.
This is actually the worst kind of game. Where you just lose to a Burton or a Lotus. I'd say Lotus is more frustrating than a Burton.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
in
don't
Size...
know if I've ever really lost a game to a Burton. I've lost games to Lotus all the time, but yeah, Burton was brutal. So
I think that was a mistake on Size's part because he kind of forgot to get mines. It was a very tooth and nail game, so it would have been a pretty big investment. But I mean, all he really needed was mine on the factory, mine on the supply, and that's enough. Anything else, I mean, and the airfield, I guess. And other than that, it's not a big deal losing them. So Size actually are pulling ahead in supplies, but Rage is the ultimate winner in the end.
He certainly is, and a little bit of a longer matchup there for a China Vanilla versus USA Air Force game.
Very action-packed.
Very action-packed, yeah. And Size playing it smart. Some awesome MiG strikes there.
I don't know if I agree with Rage's playstyle, though. As I said, playing defensive just works into the camp and the MiG playstyle that Size went for. I mean, the Avengers kind of countered that, and he only really lost that because he got caught out of position. He lost his Avengers to Gats, but it's pretty risky. But anyway, that'll wrap up this video. We will do the rest of the series, but we'll do that in a separate video. So big thanks for watching. This series has been a blast, and I'm always glad to see more Size v Rage. If you do want to support us, please do so on Patreon. We are making videos now full time, so we are really relying upon the generous backing of our followers to keep the dream alive. Or of course, if you don't like the idea of a monthly thing, we do have a PayPal which you can just one-off as a tipping, I guess. But anyway, any last words?
That covers just about everything, Machine. Loving the series so far. 2-2. It's looking to be pretty hype. So yeah, see you in the next video.